Hello, everyone. I am here to discuss with you the coordinating conjunctions. I am Ronello G. Colyamar, your teacher for English language education. Our objectives for today's lesson are the following. 1. Define coordinating conjunctions. 2. You have to enumerate coordinating conjunctions. And 3. Use coordinating conjunctions correctly. All right, but before we go to the lesson proper, let us have first these bridges. This is the first bridge, and this is the second one. All right, so the question now is, why do we have bridges? All right, we have bridges because we want to connect from one land to another land, and this is used for transportation. If you're going to travel from one place to another place, wherein you need to have a bridge first before you can go to other places. Okay, so as you notice, we have here the second bridge. All right, so it's just a very short one, while the other one here a while ago is much longer. Okay, so let us see. This is a bridge, San Francisco, for example. This one connects one massive land to another massive land. All right. Now, what's the connection of these bridges to our lesson for today? Of course, they do have connections because we are having the coordinating conjunctions. All right. So, what's the definition of coordinating conjunctions? Number one, you have here coordinating conjunctions are words that join two elements of equal grammatical rank and syntactic importance. They can join two verbs, two nouns, two adjectives, two phrases, or two independent clauses. All right, so we have the seven coordinating conjunctions, which are number one, we have for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So in an acronym, we call this one as FANBOYS. So you cannot really have a hard time memorizing these coordinating conjunctions because we have our acronym. Okay, so the fan boys would guide you to memorize those coordinating conjunctions for you not to be able to forget what these coordinating conjunctions are. All right, so let us see what's next here. So we have here the conjunctions that connect two words. So these coordinating conjunctions, or some of the coordinating conjunctions, can connect two words. Let us see. The first example here is the children ran and or but jumped all over the playground. So if you're going to select, for example, what would be your answer? All right. So is it and or but? Let us see. All right. So we have the answer is and. Why is it that and is the answer here? All right. So because we are adding similar and equal rank of words. And what are these words? Of course, we have the highlighted words. We have the word ran and we have the word jumped. All are in the past tense. All right. So there, we cannot use the word or here, and we cannot use the word but. Okay, later on you will know why we cannot use the word or why we cannot use the word but. Okay, so the right answer here is and. Now, if you're going to read the complete sentence, it would say the children ran and jumped all over the playground. Okay, all right. What about this one? What would you like? Cereal, blank, toast for breakfast. All right. So, what do you think is the answer? Very good. The answer is or. All right. So, would you like cereal or toast for breakfast? That's a question of preference, right? You are being asked what would be your preference or what would you prefer if you're going to have your breakfast? Would it be cereal or toast? So therefore, you are going to use or if you are having a preference or if you're having the alternate, all right, an option for more exact. Okay? So the complete question now is, would you like cereal or toast for breakfast? All right? You're being asked with an alternative. That is, you're going to use or here because you are being given choices, and the word or is used to indicate an alternate, okay, or an alternative, an option, okay. So there. What about the third one? The old castle seemed grand, blank, mysterious. So what's the answer? What do you think is the answer here? All right. So one, two, three. The answer is yet. All right. So we have here the word yet. The old castle seemed grand, yet mysterious. It's so grand, so beautiful, yet mysterious. Okay. So there. What about the next one? Slowly, blank, surely, the turtle finished the race. What do you think is the answer there? What do you think is the coordinating conjunction that befits with, you know, the combination of words slowly and surely? All right, so somehow it rings a bell for us to have a cliche like this one because it's commonly used by most people. Slowly, but surely. Very good. So the answer is but. Okay, so there. All right, so why do you think the word but is suitable for this combination? You take notice, this one is slowly, then we have surely. All right, somehow there is contrasting meaning, right? Contrast means they are not the same. So we cannot use the word and because the word and signifies the similarities, and the word or, sorry, the word or is signifying an alternative or an option for a preference. All right. So there. What about the next one? He seemed poorly groomed, so for yet well mannered. So what do you think is the answer here? Let me see. All right. So we have the answer is yet. Okay. So why is it yet? You take notice that the word yet has a similarity with the word but. So sometimes we can interchange them. He seemed poorly groomed but well mannered. All right, so we can interchange the word yet, but later on we're gonna have to define what is yet and the difference between them. All right, and then we have the next one. Sad memories should be put out of sight, blank out of mind. So what do you think is the coordinating conjunction that befits or that completes, for example, the combination? Would it be or? Would it be but? Would it be and? All right. So the answer is very nice. That's correct. We have the word and. So sad memories should be put out of sight and out of mind. All right. Because the phrases out of sight and out of mind, they are of similar rank. They are of similar phrases. All right. So they do not contrast each other. Okay. And it does not summon, for example, a consequence. Just like if we are going to use the word so, because the word so is signifying a certain amount, a certain level of consequence, for example. The notion of consequence. All right? So there. And the next one we have, he was tired, blank, he had a headache. So as you notice, we have here conjunctions that connect clauses. A while ago, we have conjunctions that connect words. A while ago, we have conjunctions that connect phrases. And this time around, we have conjunctions that connect clauses. So he was tired, and then he had a headache. All right. So what do you think is the answer here? He was tired. All right. So let us see. The answer is and. He was tired and he had a headache. Okay. Because we cannot combine it right away by saying he was tired and headache. No, we cannot say that one because you are referring to him. For example, you're referring to him as headache. No, it's a no, no, no in English language because here we combine clauses. The first clause, he was tired, is combined to another clause, he had a headache. All right. I hope that is clear. What about the next one we have here? She doesn't drink milk. The choices are or, and, nor. Does she eat butter? So what do you think is the answer here? Is it or? Is it and? Or nor? Let us see. So the answer here is nor, because we are combining, clauses that are having a negative word. So we have here a negative word here, doesn't, a contracted form of does and not, right? The process involved here is contraction, right? Contraction process, which observes a combination of two words using an apostrophe. All right. So therefore, we have to use nor, but take notice we have to follow it up with the verb does, and then follow it with the subject and the main verb. So this is the helping verb does, and then we have here the subject she, and then plus the base form of the verb eat. All right. So nor does she eat butter. We cannot use the word and here. And next we have here she put on a sweater. So, but for it was cold outside. What do you think is the answer here? Very easy, right? So we are combining clauses. The first clause is she put on a sweater. All right, so that's in the past tense. And then it was cold outside. So the answer here is for. All right, so when we use for, it can be replaced by the word because. She put on a sweater because it was cold outside. Because it was cold outside, she put on a sweater. Or you can say, for it was cold outside, she put on a sweater. All right, but you take notice if you're going to use the word for here as coordinate conjunction, there must be a comma right after the first clause. All right, so there, very very confusing sometimes because this is combining clauses needs the grammatical structure, all right, the convention, or I'm going to say the rule of subject verb agreement, and the structure itself. All right, so the next one is about Maria was thirsty blank, she drank some water. So Maria was thirsty. What do you think is the answer here? Let us see. All right, so the answer is so. Very good. So Maria was thirsty, so she drank some water. Is that clear? So the first clause is Maria was thirsty, and the second clause is she drank some water. So somehow there is, an effect. Okay, so one cause. What's the cause of drinking some water? That because um, Maria was thirsty. So there's a consequence. Okay. All right. So for the definitions of coordinating conjunctions, let's have the word for. This means the exact same meaning as because. So you can replace the word for with the word because and vice versa. What about for the word and? The word and is used to combine same, similar, or equal rank of words or group of words without the idea of contrast, of course, because you are adding similar ideas or thoughts or group of words or clauses. Okay? The word nor is used to mean also not. Nor requires unusual grammar. The first sentence will contain a negative verb. The second sentence will contain what looks like an interrogative affirmative verb form. Just like a while ago in your second clause using the word nor, the word nor is followed by a helping verb. The helping verb is followed by the subject plus the main verb and so on. All right. So there. What about the word but? The word but is used to show contrast of different entities. They are not the same. Okay, ideas that are not the same, words that are not synonyms. They are antonyms, for example. All right, that's why it's contrast. Okay, contrasting ideas. And the word or here as coordinating conjunction is used before an alternative. In other words, you are being given choices, you're being given options or preferences. That's why you're going to use the word or. Okay, now what about for the word yet? All right, so the word yet as coordinating conjunction is used to show contrast despite something. All right, so we have here to show contrast, just like the word but a while ago. However, you have the notion of despite something. Synonyms for yet are the following: nevertheless, but, still. But here is coordinating, but the word still is another thing, another entity that is added to mean the word yet. We have the last one, which is the s, which is the word so. So as coordinating conjunction, the word so is used for showing what? For showing the consequence of something. So, for example, you've given one clause, you've given one idea. What's the consequence of that idea? All right. So that idea must summon the notion of consequence. All right. Just like a while ago, Maria was thirsty. Then what happened next? She drank, some water. All right. That's good. All right. So I hope you learned something today for what we have discussed about coordinating conjunctions. See you on the next video. Thank you. This is your teacher, Ronello G. Colimar.